Righto, well, we're back here at the other main farm and we're getting into the barley. Just got to make sure I don't wipe out Phil. Yeah, we're just trying to get it all set up right. There's a bit of chatter on the radio, trying to make sure we've got the right depth. And, yeah, it's just a bit tricky sometimes to figure out what's working and what's not. I'll be once again spraying in my office here, which I seem like I've been in this for the last 2 weeks. But it's actually not bad. Like, I do apologise for the squeaky seat. It's actually, I don't notice it that much when I'm just driving, but I realised how noisy it is on the video, so I do apologise for that. Well, I've got one load out, and looks like I think Brad's going to come back in, and we might just make a few adjustments. So he may, I'm not sure whether we're lifting the tines up a little bit, but we're going to drop the tyre pressure a little bit on the Steiger. So even with all that extra weight, because the ground's pretty hard because it's dry and we are going that little bit deeper, it's just, yeah, just a bit too much slip. So we're going to lower the tyre pressure a bit. It's not going to be as big a problem having a bit lower tyre pressure here because there's no rocks on this property other than rocks that we've put here. So yeah, we're not going to be exposing the sidewalls to any sort of damage. So that should hopefully fix a few of those issues. Well, the wheel weights are all hanging on still, so that's good. Can cause a lot of damage if they come loose. Let's see what they got in them. So these ones are a bit high. What do you want to go down to?
I think we'll go to weigh for 18 to 20.
Because they're at about 28, these rear ones, I think.
Okay, why don't you try 20?
Let's see how this goes. Makes you nervous because you want to make sure you can get this back on. Might have gone a smidgen too much, but anyway, I just won't tell anyone about that one. I'm sure you don't want to watch me do that another 3 times. We'll get this done and hope it solves their issues. So what's happening is we've got to drop increase the pressure on the coulter. So that's basically the weight of the unit, how much downforce this is forced down, I guess. And yeah, in some of the harder country, it's just riding up. So, and then obviously the seed's not going in as deep and not into moisture, so we're going to just increase the pressure a bit. So it should just be as easy as pull that pin out and go, number 4 you said? Top one. That's as much down pressure as we can. Very nice. That's nice and easy. I'll actually, what will be very interesting is I will a bit later on today maybe throw the drone up and I'll get a slow motion of the wheels turning, and that'll give us a good indication of yeah, what the tire's doing and how much stress is on it. So that will be interesting actually. guys, just a bit of excitement for the day. I've been having an issue with the grasshopper here where it won't, just randomly it seems like it won't build pressure. Definitely seemed like something on a suction line. Couldn't work it out. Obviously I had to finish the load before I could do anything, and I did find out what the problem was. This here is a little bit of plastic that was for the original gauge. So how the original gauge worked was you have your tube here, and there's a little red level indicator in there attached to with a bit of string, or I don't know exactly what it was, but now we don't need that anymore because we've got this tube here. But that bit here, the float, was obviously still in there, so that was blocking up the suction line, making yeah, it was giving me some funny readings. So because of the chemical in there, I did not want to get in there and do anything like that. But the only bit of wire I found was a bit of barbed wire, and happened to be extremely rusty as well. So yeah, that's always handy. But I put a little hook on it, and with about a few minutes worth of work, I eventually hooked it in the hole there and was able to pull it out. So that's a tip. It's not just duct tape and zip ties that you need sometimes. You always need a bit of wire. Preferably, oh, for goodness sake. So preferably you don't want barbed wire because that just hurts. So yeah, a bit of plain wire would have been nice to find around here, but wasn't to be. And we've got Brad coming to fill up, so I'm going to help him, and then I'll get back to spraying. So let's see how quick we can get this done. So comparing this to the Challenger, which is usually on here, we've found that they both use about the same amount of fuel for the work they're doing. So it kind of makes sense. You're burning a certain amount of diesel per however tons you're pulling. So this here is sitting at about 70 to 80% engine load, using about 70 to 80 litres an hour. So the Challenger maxed out at about 65 litres an hour. So this at 65% engine load, or thereabouts, equals what the Challenger would pull. So we can pull in this tight country about 7 to 8 Ks, whereas we'd probably be back to 6.5 in the Challenger. So there is benefits to running the Steiger, having a bit more horsepower, but in saying that, we still desperately want the engine for this Challenger to come soon, because this tractor needs to go on the other planter to do the organic side, while the Challenger on this planter will be doing some more sowing. So that's what's happening. So Brad's ready to get back into it.
Yep.
You found your dogs?
No,
Well, I both here a minute ago. Righto, Brad and I are doing a quick swap so he can go and unload a fertiliser truck. You know how to drive this thing?
Yeah, I'll have to remember.
Don't break it on me. Yeah, 7.5 Ks.
Yeah,
8 gear. Yeah. And tonight's going to be a good sunset. There has been a new development too. I've got some sunglasses. There are safety sunglasses. I've been meaning to get them for a while, and I don't know really if they make me look any better, but I'm finding as I'm getting older, I'm squinting more and my eyeballs hurt. So yeah, this seems like a good option. It's really hard sometimes to remember how to drive all the different things. back up a bit. Go manual override so we can she knows about it. Come on, girl. Righto. Starting to power hop. Well, what, we've done 60 hectares today, so yeah, we are going a little bit slower, but still getting it done. I reckon Brad will be having a few memories on that thing. So we've mentioned it before, but that sprayer was, well, Brad had a business, spray contracting business, so he used to do quite a few acres. And that was the main thing. So you'd rock up into a 800 hectare or 2,000 acre paddock and be very intimidated. But yes, no, it is a good honest thing. Right, well, I'm going to enjoy the sunset and enjoy not squinting. Righto guys, I've just finished off this load for Brad. It's not that weight, we don't really need to push too hard, but Josiah's going to help fill up. Well, actually technically I'm going to help Josiah fill up, and he's going to hop on here and do a little bit more tonight. So yeah, then I'll be hopping on first thing in the morning. So yeah, much the same. Good morning guys, it's a cracker. There's a bit of smoke in the air. Not very good spraying conditions because the smoke is hanging around, so if you ever see that, do not spray. But we, yeah, I think Josiah ran out that load, so we did another 35 or so hectares, 40 hectares, and I think Brad's up at the crack of dawn here, starting to fill her up. It was a bit hard to get out of bed. It was about 3 degrees Celsius this morning, so the coldest so far. Not cold by a lot of people's standards, but morning.
Morning everyone.
A bit cold.
A bit fresh.
All the joints hurt that we didn't know about.
Yeah. Well, you're late.
I am late. I had to wake up some kids to say goodbye, and we're going to have enough seed.
Well, hopefully we've got more coming today.
How much? Another 2 tonne?
Yeah. Drive forward.
I can.
Oh, I can
So another 2 tonne, was it? Yeah, good. Might have an early mark. Oh. I think this is one of those audio tacos. You can hear it ticking. That's what we'll say. Planting's just doing the same thing over and over again. I bet you I forgot the isolator. Yep. Do that every morning too. Cracking spot there. I can't see a thing. Can you go over to the other side? I can't see.
better there either, but
all I can see is a hand up to stop, so. Oh. I have to go forward a bit, eh? Let's get into it for the day, and they're out. I think they're nearly 4 kilometre long runs here, with no obstructions except one power pole there, for another, till we hit that group of trees, which might be another, or maybe another 6 hours or so. And yes, well, maybe not even that, maybe 4 hours. So yeah, it is quite nice. Well, just like that, we're filling up again. Now we've got to draw straws, see who's going in there. You or me?
I didn't last one.
Oh, righto.
You don't have that little bit.
So Brad's off on that one. Back to spraying. I'm still getting used to these sunglasses. I feel like I look a bit silly. I guess they're protecting my eyeballs, so that's the important thing. Well guys, I actually think it's going to be a pretty slow afternoon, and maybe tomorrow's Saturday actually, so we're we're well ahead of the game. And this variety we're running out is actually a new variety. It isn't even named yet. And this variety of barley is for seed production. So yeah, we're just trying to get our hands on another couple of ton. It was possibly going to get here today. Doesn't look like that's the case. So maybe about 6 or 7 o'clock tonight we'll be knocking off. Yeah, and there's plenty of other stuff to happen. Once we do get this barley sown here, which there's only, what did we work out? There might be another maybe 80 hectares left. So yeah, that'll only be a day, half a day, maybe even. Then there's going to be a week that we're waiting to then go and plant chickpeas at the lease block. So we're in very, very good shape. There's no pressure to hurry. And yeah, we may even be having a crack at the rogator next week. I think we've got the bits for that. So yeah, next week there could be a bit of carnage repair going on. So yeah, it's just going to be a bit of a slow one this afternoon. I'm just going to take the truck with the fertilizer in it up to Brad, top him off, and then yeah, then that'll be only another maybe 3 hours or so until run out of seed. And then I'll probably take the fuel as well. I don't know whether he's going to make it back, so we'll just a couple of those sort of jobs running around. But we'll leave it there for now. Just remember to hit the like button if you did enjoy it. It really helps me know what you enjoy. And also just remember to subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see what we're doing in the next one.